when you're talking about carbon emissions and the effect on the environment, an emission in China or anywhere else is the same as an emission in the United States of America. It has the same effect, according to the concern that you're raising. Why are we doing so much to follow ICAO's recommendations when the Chinese themselves are not doing very much? And if you think about the fact that China is the dirtiest economy in the world, they emit about 2 times as much carbon as we do. Why are we effectively penalizing the American aviation industry while we don't require or even attempt to force the Chinese to do it the same to their aviation industry?
So thank you, and I think this is a really important point and question. So the work that we've done at the International Civil Aviation Organization, which includes China as a member, it's fundamental that they actually do participate and that the playing field is level. And to date, China has, despite raising concerns, they have been participating in the program at ICAO, but that is something that we're monitoring and following closely and will address if we see that they are not complying, because we would not want to hold U.S. airlines to a different standard than Chinese airlines.
So you're saying the Chinese have followed the ICAO guidelines?
Yes, to date they have.
Okay. We'll probably follow up on that because I'd like to understand that a little bit better. That's not my understanding, but happy to be proven wrong there. My final point here, I guess, my fear here with all things China and the United States when it comes to these international programs is that we often make these commitments and we follow through on these commitments. I don't know if we're trying to be good global citizens or we're just trying to honor our word, but very often these voluntary commitments are not followed by the communist Chinese. And in particular, a very real worry I have is, we all believe in technology and we all believe in the importance of moving an American industry into the technological future. But if we allow the Chinese to operate their industrial economy more cheaply than in the United States, we're offshoring the very basis of technological innovation. You can't have technological innovation if you're offshoring so much of your industry to China. If we're making American industry more expensive and we're making Chinese industry cheaper, then that strikes me as a really bad deal for American consumers, a really bad deal for American technologists, and ultimately a really bad deal for our national security. So we'll follow up on that point, but appreciate your answers to the question, Mr. Welsh.